Hi friends, welcome to Happy Kids India. Thanks for joining the live Python training with me. This is the second session. Those who do not have a computer, laptop or desktop, you can install this mobile app PyDroid. This is Python for Android. In the Google Play Store, just type PYDROID PyDroid and click enter. You can see this logo and click on the install button. That's all. This is very easy to install. Just type PyDroid in the Google Play Store. You can see this logo. Click on install. This will get installed. You can use it directly. If you need any help how to use this mobile app, let me know. I will make a separate video, but this is very easy to install and use. And you do not need any internet connection. This is an offline mobile app. You can practice Python coding without an internet connection. This is completely an offline software. In the last week, we discussed the print statement, which is an output statement, and input statement, which is an input statement which reads a string of characters from the keyboard. And we also discussed some arithmetic operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, remainder, modulus operator, floor division, etc. And we also saw typecasting. The input statement takes a string and we were converting into an integer using int function. We have also seen some output formatting, %d for integer, %f for float, and %s for string. And we have also seen what are literals or constants, what are variables or identifiers, and what are the keywords or reserved words. And we have also seen rounding, floor and ceil functions. So someone asked me what to practice in the last session. After the last session, with what we learned last week, we can do a lot of conversions. For example, we can input Celsius and convert to Fahrenheit. Of course, we need to know the formula. We can just Google for the formula. And we can convert kilometers to miles. We can do currency conversion. We can also calculate area or circumference of, for example, square, rectangle, triangle, circle, etc. We just need a formula for that. And we can also convert, for example, from acres to cents, guntas, square yard, square foot, etc. And for example, we can take the weight and height of a user and we can calculate body mass index. There are a lot of such things we can do with what we learned in the last week. In your area of expertise, whatever is required, you can calculate. We have not yet discussed the control statements like loops. We have also not discussed the conditional statements like if. If condition we will discuss today, and we will also see how to do some of these conversions or calculations in today's session. Before moving into the practical session, if you are new to this channel or not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications. Also, if you like the content, like the video. As usual, I am using the online compiler onlinegdb.com. In the Google address bar, type onlinegdb.com and on the top right corner, choose Python. Last week we discussed the input statement. Input, we can also give like this, or we can also give some message. Enter weight in kilograms. Here I am taking a variable name weight. So whatever is entered is taken into the weight. Input statement takes a string, so we need to convert it into integer or float. Let us take a float. So here I am saying float of, here I am closing the bracket, so it is now converted to the float. Now let us also take another input. I'm just copy pasting here. Here I'm saying height in centimeters, and let us calculate the BMI. I'm just taking another variable called BMI. You can take capital letters, small letters, mixed cap, anything is fine, or any name is also fine. Here BMI formula is weight by meter square, but here we have taken centimeters, so let us convert. I am taking another variable called m, that is for meters, height by 100. Here meter into meter, weight by meter square. Also, if we give the expression like this, left to right it will take, so weight by meter, this division will get performed first, then the multiplication, but we do not want like that. In that case we have to give this one in brackets, so that this multiplication will happen first, then the division will happen. So this is called the BODMAS rule, which we can discuss in another session, which actually means in an arithmetic expression, brackets will be evaluated first, then order. Order is nothing but the power, square, cube, etc. Square root, cube root, etc. These are all powers or orders. Then division and multiplication will have the same priority, but it will happen from left to right. Here division is there, multiplication is there, so division will happen first. If we do not give these brackets, if we give these brackets, brackets will get executed first. Division and multiplication, after that only addition and subtraction will happen. So addition and subtraction will have the same priority, same precedence. So which I will discuss all these things in a separate video, but for now I'm just using the brackets here. So I'm inputting weight in kilograms, height in centimeters, then converting height to meters, from centimeters to meters, so height by 100, because meter has 100 centimeters, and BMI formula is weight by meter square. And now let us print output command, your body mass index or BMI is BMI. So this will print all the string, your body mass index BMI is, and it will print the value of BMI. So let us execute and see. I click on run, enter weight in kilograms. I am giving 65.2. Here that's the reason we are converting into float. We can give a decimal point, 65.2, and enter height in centimeters. So let me say 157 centimeters. So now it prints your body mass index is 26 point so many digits after the decimal points. If you want only 2, we have to round it. Here for example I am using round. How many digits we need after decimal points? 2. So this expression comma 2. So I am running again. So weight 65, height 157, so it says 26.37, only 2 digits after the decimal point now. So this way you can calculate anything, right? If you know Celsius to Fahrenheit formula, you can convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. If you want acres to cents, you can calculate. If you know the formula, acre has 100 cents, right? You can just multiply. Like that, you just find the formulas in the Google and try to do other things. Now let us also learn an if condition here. So this is the flow chart for if condition. So far we are executing sequentially. So this statement first, then this statement, then this statement, like the sequentially we are executing. Now let us see the conditional execution. Here we are checking the condition. If the condition is true, execute this block of statements. If this condition is false, execute this block of statements. So any one of the blocks will execute, not both. So then it will come to the sequence. If you do not understand these flow charts, do not worry. I also made a separate video on the flow chart while explaining the C programming. You can also watch that video. Here let us say if BMI less than 18.5 colon. So here this will compare. This is called a comparison operator. This is less than, this is greater than, this is equal to. If you want to compare whether something is equal to another, we have to use double equal to. Single equal to is for the assignment and double equal to is for the comparing. Similarly, less than or equal to is this one, greater than or equal to this one. So like that we can compare. I will show you all those operators. So here syntax is that if condition and then colon, and then block of statements you have to use in an indentation, at least 2 spaces. Then I'm saying I'm giving the print you are underweight. If the BMI is less than 18.5, underweight. Let us execute this one. Execute. I am giving 40 kilograms, 157 centimeters. It says 16.23 BMI, you are underweight. Let us also execute. Here I am giving 65 and 157. Now it is not saying anything after printing the BMI because we did not mention. Here for example, I am giving else condition. Then again indentation, here print your normal weight. So let us execute. So 65, 157 centimeter. So 26.37 BMI. It says normal weight. But what if I give 80 kilograms or so? It is not normal weight, right? So for that reason we have to compare this. Else, instead of else we have to use, else can only be used once. So I am using else if. The syntax in Python is elif, else if. Else if means only if this condition is false, it will come here. Else if BMI less than 25, your normal weight. And I'm also giving one more else if. We can use any number of else if. BMI less than 30, again colon, copy paste, your overweight. Else can be used only once if at all used. Else print you are obese. Here I can see if block, if BMI less than 18.5, you are underweight. Only when it is 18.5 or more it will come here. So we need not compare. Again 18.5 or more, we just need to compare whether it is less than 25 or not. If less than 18.5 false and less than 25 is also false, then it will come here. That means it is already 25 or more. Now we are checking less than 30, you are overweight, and else means when all these conditions are false. Less than 18.5 is false, less than 25 is false, less than 13 is false. That means either 30 or more. That is called you are obese. So let us execute and see. Here I am giving 75 kilograms, 157 centimeters. It is above 30. BMI is above 30. It says you are obese. Let us execute again. Here 65 kilograms, 157 centimeters. Here 26.37. It is overweight. So the normal range is 18.5 to 25. Less than 18.5 is underweight and 18.5 to 25 is normal weight. 25 to less than 30 is overweight and 30 and more is obese. Now let us also calculate how much weight is more or how much weight is less. Here if you see 65 weight is 26.37 BMI, right? Now let us take 23 as the ideal BMI. We know 18.5 to 25 is the ideal BMI. We are taking in between 23 as an ideal. So if 26.37 is the BMI for 65 kilograms, for 23 BMI, how many kilograms we should be, right? That means our weight by our BMI into ideal BMI. That will give ideal weight. So here I am saying ideal weight is equal to your weight by your BMI multiplied by 23. 23 is the ideal BMI I am taking. So let us also say, let me also print your ideal weight should be ideal. We calculated here, right? It will give lot of digits of the decimal point. Let us see. Here I am giving 65 kilogram, 157 height. It says so 65 is your weight, 157 centimeters is your height, 26.37 is the BMI, you are overweight, and 56.69 should be the ideal weight. This one also let us round it. Here round 0.2 and let us also take the difference. Difference equal to ideal minus weight or weight minus ideal, anything is fine. Weight minus ideal. So difference is equal to weight minus ideal we are taking. So weight is your weight, ideal is the ideal weight, this is the difference. So let us also print difference weight is DIFF, which we calculated here. Diff is equal to weight minus ideal. Let us execute and see. 65 kilograms, 157. So it says difference weight is 8.31. But it's not saying it is more or less, right? So let us see. So 65 is the your weight, 56 is the ideal weight, this is the difference. Let us see. If it is positive means you have to lose this weight. 69 minus 59. So let us see if diff greater than 0 colon print you have to lose diff kgs. Okay, so this is just a string message you have to lose. This is kgs, this is also a message. This is the value of this def. If diff greater than 0, greater than or equal to, let us see. Else, if it is a minus value, then I am printing you have to gain different cases. This will give the minus value, right? So for that we can convert into positive. This is called absolute. This is a function called absolute, ABS. It will make negative number into positive, because we cannot say you have to gain minus 5 kgs like that. You have to gain 5 kgs. So we have to make it absolute. Run. Yeah, here I did not give the colon. You have to give column for if, else if, else everything. And you have to give the indentation. Not only one statement, you can give block of statements, but all the statements should be in the indentation. At least 2 spaces from here you should give. So here I am executing 65 kilograms 157. So now it says your overweight difference weight is 8.31 and you have to lose, it clearly says you have to lose 8.31 kilograms. You are already 65. In order to get to 56.69 you have to lose 8.31. You can round this one also, diff also you can round it, diff also round expression comma 2. This is 65 157. So your overweight difference weight is 8.31 and here it says your BMI is 26.37, your ideal weight is 56.69, difference is 8.31, you are overweight, and he also says you have to lose 8.31 kilograms. So a lot of such things you can do. Let us also see, for example, what is the required water to drink as per the weight. This is becoming a big program to understand, but if you watch the video again you will be able to understand. Here for example I am saying water. This is a variable name, water weight into 0.03. Here let us say instead of water, minimum water. So this is called a minimum water requirement. So there are so many formulas. This is a simple formula. So this is the minimum water requirement. For example, so weight is 65. So 65 into 0.03, that will be the minimum liters. For example, I am printing here itself. I am printing. Anywhere we can print. Minimum water to drink is here min water, and I am also saying water equal to min water plus 1.5 and one more print I am giving. Max water we should drink is water. I am executing it. I am giving 65 kilograms again, or I can give anything, it's not a problem. 35 kilograms and 110 centimeters. Yeah, I gave some printf instead of print. Run. Suppose 35 kilograms and 110 centimeters. Again one more error. Yeah, I am used to C programming, so I am giving printf 35 kilograms 110 centimeters. So it says the minimum water you should drink is 1.05 liter. Max water you should drink is 2.55 liter. So there is a lot of research around. If you drink 1.5 liters more than the minimum required, it will help us a lot. It will remove all the toxins. It will remove the additional fat. It will remove additional salt, sugar, lot of other things. There is a lot of research. I just read it. But doctors will have more information. They can do a lot of such calculations. So let us execute again. 65 kilograms 157 centimeters. So it says 1.95 liters, or let us print also liters. 1.595 the minimum and 3.45 is the maximum. For example, here also print liters. (65) 157. So here it prints liter. So lot of such calculations you can do with whatever we learned in the last week, and this week we also learned if condition. So I am removing this. If you want the code, let me know. I can give you, but ideally you should be able to write it yourself. Let us see the if condition once again. For example, I say a equal to 2, b equal to 3, if A greater than B. So this is a conditional operators which I already discussed. These are the conditional operators. If you want to compare some value with the other, we have to use double equal to. So this is not equal to, this is greater than, less than, this is greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So what it does is this returns true or false. If A greater than B, it returns true. Otherwise it returns false. So if it is true, this block of statements will get executed. If it is false, this block of statement will get executed. Any number of statements, any number of lines of code. But all this to be indentation. We have to use the indentation. In other languages like C, C++, Java, we use curly brackets like this. And indentation is optional. But here indentation is mandatory because we don't use any curly brackets like this. Curly brackets or any brackets. So in Python, indentation is mandatory. So if this returns true, this block of statements will get executed. This returns false, it will go to the next statement. That means else. Here it will get executed. If one more condition is there, we use else if. Else if B greater than A, colon. If this returns true, this block of statements will get executed. If both returns false, then this block of statements will get executed. Also, let us print A greater than B. Is A greater than B? No, right? So it should print false. So you can see it is printing false. Here I am saying, for example, if A less than B, A is less than B, right? Then it should print. Internally, this true is represented as 1, false is represented as 0. For example, let us see if 1, I'm just giving the value directly, print true. This is a constant string I am giving just to check what it will print. Print false. So 1 means always true. So if true, print true, else false. So you can see it is printing what we gave as true. Means this block of statements are getting executed because this is 1 is taken as true. Let us give 0 and run. So now it says false because if this returns false, the else block will get executed, right? Not this block. So else block is printing false. So this is one more aspect. Also we can also give like this, true. Like this also we can give. If true, so this is a true constant, definitely this will get executed. We also discussed Boolean values, right? For example, married equal to true. Here I am saying if married, it's already true, right? So this will be taken as true. For example, I am saying if married, what is your spouse name? I'm just printing a message. I'm not taking any input. I'm just printing a message just to see. If married is true, print what is your spouse name, else print what is your father's name. So is this true? Yes, already we gave married equal to true. So let us say run it. See, it says what is your spouse name. This block of statements are getting executed because this has the value true. So let us give false here. False. Run it. Now as this is false, this block will not get executed, this block will get executed. So it says what is your father's name. If not married, if married is false. Also we can compare like this. If not married, here if not married is equal to true, that means married equal to false means not married equal to true, right? So this block will get executed. What is your spouse name? If not married, what is your spouse name? This way also we can compare. So these are called the logical operators. So these we have seen. These are the comparison operators, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and these are the logical operators, and or not. We use not here. We can also use and or. And means when both conditions are true, the expression will return true. If you use or in between, if any of the expressions are true, the entire expression will return true. Not means if the expression is true, it will return false. If the expression is false, it will return true. It is a negation operator, logical operator. These problems you can practice at home. These do not require if condition. So all these calculations you can try to practice at home. For the formulas, you can just Google it, or you can also practice whichever problems you have in your own area of expertise. Also, using if condition, we can practice, for example, whether the given number is even or odd, what is the biggest of two numbers, what is the biggest of three numbers, whether the given year is a leap year or not. We will also see a simple calculator, and we have already seen BMI and weight advice. So let us see the first one, even or odd. Second one, biggest of two numbers. The biggest of three numbers you can try yourself. Leap year also you can try yourself. Leap year, I will tell you what is the rule for the leap year. And BMI, which we already discussed, I will also discuss the simple calculator. So I am removing this one. So let us see, for example, a equal to 2, or we can even input a equal to input, enter first number, and I am converting it into int or float, anything is fine. Int b equal to one more number, enter second number. This is just some message, any message you can give. Here I am saying if a greater than b, print, let us print the value of a and is big. Okay, we can say else print b is big. Let us execute and see. I am entering 2 and 3. It says 3 is big because it is comparing a greater than b. No, so it is not printing this. It is going to else block and it is printing b is big. B is 3, right? Let us give first number is bigger. Let us say 5 and 4. So it says 5 is big. The first time itself, if a greater than b, so a greater than b, so it is saying a value 5 is big. The second block is not getting executed. Only one block will get executed. But what if I give the value 6 and 6 equal numbers? Now it is saying 6 is big. This is incorrect, right? So it is comparing if a greater than b, 6 greater than b. This is false, so it is simply coming here and printing b is big. This is not true. So we also have to compare one more. Else if a equal to b colon, so equal to operator is double equal to, printf a and b are equal. So if a greater than b, it prints a is b. If a equal to b, it says a and b are equal. Else it will print b is big. So I am giving 7 and 7. So it says 7 and 7 are equal. If I give 7 and 5, it says 7 is big. So like this, you can try if you are interested. Of course, if you are interested, you can try printing the which is the smallest number of given 3 numbers. You take 3 numbers and print which is the biggest number, which is the smallest number. Also consider the equal number. So one more example. So we are taking one number and we have to print whether the number is even or odd. So what is the condition for even? When we divide the number with 2, the remainder should be 0, right? So if a modulus 2 equal to 0, that means when we divide with 2, the remainder, if remainder is 0, print a is even. Else, again colon, print a is odd. This is simple, no else if. Suppose if I give some number, so 676 is even. If I give this number, it says 989 is odd. Simply it is checking the remainder. If remainder is 0, it is even, otherwise it is odd. Let us try one more example. Here the input statement is taking only one value, right? So one more option I will give. Input first number and let us take input second number, and this is B for example, and let us say OP, operator, equal to, let enter operator. Here what we are trying to do, we are trying to code a simple calculator. If we give plus symbol, it should add these two numbers. If we give minus symbol, it should show the difference. If we give multiplication symbol, it should give the product, like that. So here, so we can take three numbers like this, or there is another option. In that case, we cannot use this conversion, input split, or we can also take like this, for example, a comma operator comma b equal to, here I am saying enter two numbers and operator like 2 into 3. Here in a single statement I am taking a operator and b. Here I am giving the message enter two numbers and operator like 2 star 3, and what I am doing is I am using a split, means whatever numbers we are giving, it will split into three fields. It is based on the space character, so we have to separate it by space. For example, so I am entering 45 slash 3. So let us print and see. Print a comma operator comma b. I am giving 45 slash 3. So it is taking 45 into a slash into operator and 3 into b. We can only enter three values because we have taken three variables. If you want to separate with comma, for example, we can specify comma. Here in the split, we can give comma. In that case, we have to separate it like this: 45 comma slash comma 7, something like this. It will take 45 into a slash into op operator, 7 into b. Here what we have to compare is the operator, right? If operator equal to plus, then what it should print? It should print a plus b. For example, sum equal to a plus b. Else if operator equal to minus colon, print difference. Difference is equal to a minus b. So let us give absolute value instead of printing the minus value in case a is smaller. Else if operator equal to star colon, do not forget to put colon, print product equal to a star b, the multiplication. Else if operator equal to slash colon print quotient equal to a slash b. We can give any number of operators, but I am stopping with this. Else, if any other operator, print invalid operator. So operator we are comparing. If it is plus, it will add a and b, a plus b. If the operator is minus, it will take the difference, absolute difference. If it is star, it will take the product. If it is slash, it will take the quotient. And anything else, it will say invalid operator. Let us execute and see. I have removed the comma, so we have to separate it by space. Yeah, here one more to give. So one is for the absolute. Run. So I am giving 45/3. Okay, we are not converting it to integer, right? We are performing arithmetic operations, but we have not converted these values to integer or float. So let us convert. Let us say a equal to float of a. Otherwise, it will take it as a string. So b is equal to float of b. So operator is okay. Operator is already a string. It is not a number. So let us run it. So 45/3. So it says 45/3 quotient is equal to 15. 45/3 is 15, right? So we are taking float numbers. So that's why it is showing 0.0. So let us give properly here. Here let us short it. 2 nums. Run. So I am giving 3 plus 7. Enter. So 3 plus 7 is 10. So we can also give float numbers. For example, 3.4 minus 2.8. So it is giving 0.6. We can round it if you want. We can round it here like this. Round, comma 2. Expression, comma 2. Like that we can give for everything. Round, expression, comma 2. 2 digits after decimal point. Round, expression, comma 2. Round, expression, comma 2. Let us give 3.2 star 4.5. So it is printing product 14.4. So let us give some wrong operator. So I am saying 4 equal to 5. Equal to is a wrong operator here, right? It says invalid operator. Here we can print the operator also. OP is invalid operator. So anything other than these 4 are wrong operator. Plus, minus, multiplication, division. This is our program. We are writing like this. Run. 45 equal to 7. It says equal to is invalid operator. So this is a small calculator. So here we have seen even or odd. We have seen biggest of two numbers. We have also seen simple calculator. We have also seen BMI and weight advice. The other ones like biggest of three numbers, leap year or not, these things you can try it yourself if you are interested. But whoever is trying, even if it is partially correct, no problem. Write your code in the comments. You can also try the conversions like currency conversions, Celsius to Fahrenheit, etc. You can also try those, and you can also try these like biggest of three numbers, leap year or not. These things you can try, and you can also try tax slabs. I will explain the problem for these three. So you can try this. If you have time, you can try and put the code in the comments. Whoever is interested can try, others can ignore. Also, if you have time, you can also try the ones I already explained, like simple calculator, BMI, all these things, whatever I explained, also you can try. So this one, so you can take 3 numbers. This is the biggest of 3 number. Take 3 numbers, input 3 numbers, print the biggest number, print smallest number, then also consider equal numbers. You can also print all 3 are equal, or A and B are equal, or B and A are equal, like that. You can try this one. Then the leap year. Leap year, if the given year is divisible by 400, that will be a leap year. If the given year is not divisible by 400 but divisible by 100, then it's not a leap year. If the given year is not divisible by 400 or 100 but divisible by 4, then it is a leap year. So there are 3 conditions for this. If the given year is divisible by 400 with remainder 0, it will be considered as leap year. If it is not divisible by 400 but divisible by 100, then it is not a leap year. When it is not divisible by 400, not divisible by 100, but divisible by 4 with remainder 0 is considered leap. So you can check this. This is very easy. This explanation looks complex but very easy. You can try this one also. Leap year conditions. So one more thing, tax computation. Take the gross salary as an input, and if the gross salary is 5 lakh or less, tax is 0. If gross salary is above 5 lakh and up to 10 lakh, then tax is 10%. If the gross salary above 10 lakh up to 20 lakh, then the tax will be 20%. If the gross salary above 20 lakh, then the tax will be 30%. In reality, this is not true. There will be a lot of complexities, but you can try this one initially. So finally, net salary equal to gross salary minus whatever tax is computed, right? So net salary is gross minus tax. So you can print gross salary, then tax computed, and then the net salary. These 3 problems you can try if you have time and patience. So this week I discussed a lot of things, but there are a lot of other things also to discuss. But I did not discuss about additional formatting options and all that. I will discuss all those things next week. I also did not discuss about for loop because it is taking a lot of time. But I discussed many aspects because there is a 1 week of time. So those who have time, those who are interested can try all these problems, or whichever problems you want, you can try and put the code in the comments so that others will also get interested. Thank you. Those who have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe and press bell icon and like the video and put your feedback in the comments. Thank you so much.